Welcome back to the channel Valuable Coins HD. If you love digging through your coin collection or searching for hidden treasures, you're in for a real treat today. We've got a rare coin on our hands, the 1950 Lincoln 1-cent coin. You might have seen these pennies in your pocket change, but what if I told you that a single 1950 Lincoln penny could be worth thousands of dollars? Yes, you heard that right. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be amazed at how valuable this penny could be. Let's start with some background on the Lincoln 1-cent. This coin has been a cornerstone of American currency for over a century, first issued in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln, who was the first U.S. president to be featured on a coin. Since then, the Lincoln penny has gone through several design changes, but the most iconic design features Lincoln's profile on the obverse side, with the words, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty" inscribed above. The reverse side typically shows the Union shield, but older versions feature a wheat design, now, moving to 1950. This was a fascinating year in American history. The country was in the midst of the post-World War II economic boom, and the mint was busy producing coins to keep up with the growing economy. The 1950 Lincoln penny was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia minted pennies don't carry a mint mark, while those from Denver have a D mint mark, and coins from San Francisco are marked with an S. But here's the twist: while most 1950 pennies might seem like everyday pocket change, some of them are incredibly rare and valuable. What makes the 1950 Lincoln 1-cent coin so special? Well, there are a few key factors that contribute to its high value, and understanding these can make a huge difference in how much your coin could be worth. Let's break it down. First and foremost, the condition of the coin is incredibly important. Coins that have been heavily circulated, scuffed, or damaged generally won't command much of a price. However, if you happen to have a 1950 penny in near mint or mint condition, you could be sitting on a small fortune. These coins were produced in large numbers, so finding one in pristine condition is rare. Most 1950 pennies show signs of wear and tear, making uncirculated versions a true gem in the coin collecting world. But here's where things get even more interesting: not all 1950 pennies are created equal. Some of them have rare variations or errors that can increase their value dramatically. A common error with these pennies is the double die, which occurs when a coin is struck twice by the dies. This can create a slight duplication or doubling of the image, particularly noticeable in the lettering and date. A 1950 penny with a double die error can be worth much more than a regular coin, and collectors are always on the lookout for these kinds of mistakes. Another factor that can increase the value of a 1950 Lincoln penny is its mint mark. While most 1950 pennies were minted in Philadelphia, the ones from the Denver and San Francisco mints are slightly rarer. However, there's one particular variation that coin collectors absolutely love, and that's the 1950 D penny, minted in Denver. The 1950 D penny is often considered one of the more desirable varieties because it was struck in slightly lower numbers compared to other mint marks that year, making it harder to find in good condition today. So, how much could a 1950 Lincoln 1-cent coin be worth? Well, the value can range quite a bit depending on its condition, mint mark, and whether it has any minting errors. In general, if you have a 1950 penny in excellent condition, especially one that's been well preserved and is free from scratches or discoloration, it could be worth anywhere from $10 to $100, or maybe a bit more. However, if you happen to have a 1950 penny with a rare minting error or a low mintage variety, the value skyrockets. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for, the big reveal. How much is the rare 1950 Lincoln 1-cent coin worth today? Well, if you have a 1950 Lincoln penny in pristine, uncirculated condition or one with a minting error, especially the elusive double die, you could be looking at a value of $55,000. Yes, you heard that right, $55,000. That's the value a rare, well-preserved 1950 Lincoln 1-cent coin could fetch, especially if it has a minting error or an uncommon variety like the 1950 D. It's incredible to think that a single penny, which was once only worth 1 cent, could now be worth tens of thousands of dollars. So, what should you do if you think you might have one of these valuable coins? The first step is to inspect your 1950 pennies carefully. Look for any signs of wear, and check for any minting errors like the double die. If you're unsure, it's always a good idea to get your coin professionally graded. A certified grading can give you an accurate value and help you determine whether your penny is worth thousands. In conclusion, the 1950 Lincoln 1-cent coin is much more than just a regular penny, it's a rare and valuable piece of American history. Whether you have a well-preserved coin from Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, or you've stumbled upon one with a rare minting error, the 1950 penny could be worth a small fortune. So, before you toss those old pennies aside, take a second look. Your pocket change could be worth far more than you think. Today, we're diving into a coin that might not seem extraordinary at first glance but holds a surprising value. I'm talking about the 1949 Lincoln 1-cent coin. This seemingly simple penny has the potential to be worth far more than its face value, and by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why this penny is a collector's dream and how much it could be worth today. Now, let's talk a bit about the history of the Lincoln 1-cent coin. This coin has been a staple of American currency since 1909, when it was first introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The coin has gone through many changes over the years, but one thing has remained constant: the classic design featuring the profile of President Lincoln on the obverse side. On the reverse side, the coin originally featured 2 ears of wheat, which is why it's often referred to as the wheat penny. The wheat penny design lasted until 1958, and the 1949 penny is one of the last coins in that iconic series before the design switched to the memorial cent in 1959. The 1949 Lincoln 1-cent coin was minted at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia typically don't have a mint mark, while Denver coins are marked with a D, and San Francisco coins are marked with an S. The 1949 series is relatively common, but not all of these pennies are created equal, which is where things get interesting. Some 1949 pennies are more valuable than others, depending on their condition, mint mark, and rarity. The 1949 penny has earned a reputation in the coin world because, although many were minted, finding one in excellent condition is a rarity. Many of these pennies were heavily circulated, which means they've experienced a lot of wear and tear over the years. Finding a well-preserved coin from this year is a real treat for collectors, and it's what sets valuable coins apart from the rest. So, what exactly makes the 1949 Lincoln 1-cent coin so desirable? Let's break it down. The first and most important factor is the condition of the coin. Coins that have been well preserved over the years are much more valuable than coins that have been worn down or damaged. In the world of coin collecting, coins in uncirculated or near mint condition are considered the holy grail. If you've got a 1949 penny that's free of scratches, discoloration, or other signs of wear, you've got something special on your hands. A well-preserved 1949 Lincoln penny could fetch a significant price, especially if it's been carefully stored for decades, but it's not just about condition. The mint mark on the 1949 penny also plays a big role in determining its value. For example, the 1949 S penny, minted in San Francisco, is rarer than the coins minted in Philadelphia or Denver. Collectors are always on the lookout for these rarer mint mark coins, especially if they are in high-quality condition. A 1949 S penny in excellent condition can be worth a lot more than a similar coin from Philadelphia or Denver. Another exciting factor to consider is the possibility of minting errors. Coins that were struck with errors during the minting process are highly sought after by collectors. These errors can vary, from off-center strikes to doubled dies or even die cracks. A 1949 Lincoln penny with a minting error can be worth a small fortune, as error coins are considered rare and unique. If you happen to come across a 1949 penny with a noticeable mistake in the design, it could be a one-of-a-kind coin that will stand out in any collection. Now, let's get to the exciting part, the value of the 1949 Lincoln 1-cent coin. As I mentioned earlier, most of these coins were produced in large quantities, so they don't hold an extraordinary value by themselves. However, if you have a 1949 penny that's in exceptional condition, or one with a rare mint mark like the 1949, yes, or even better, one with a minting error, the value can skyrocket. So, how much is it worth? If your 1949 Lincoln penny is in near-perfect or uncirculated condition, or if it's one of the rarer varieties, you could be looking at a coin that's worth a lot more than just a few cents. In fact, a well-preserved 1949 Lincoln penny with a rare mint mark or a minting error could be worth $53,000, that's right, $53,000. A single 1949 Lincoln 1-cent coin, if in pristine condition or with a rare minting error, could fetch an incredible price. It's incredible to think that a coin that was once worth just 1 cent could be worth thousands of dollars today. This is a prime example of how a small piece of history can have a huge impact on your collection. So, what should you do if you think you have a valuable 1949 penny on your hands? First, take a closer look at the condition of the coin. If it's well preserved and shows minimal wear, it's definitely worth more than its face value. Then, check the mint mark. Is it from Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco? If it's the rarer San Francisco mint mark, you might have a real winner. Lastly, look for any minting errors. If you spot an off-center strike or any other mistake in the design, your coin could be worth even more. If you're unsure about your coin's value, it's always a good idea to have it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service. They can provide an accurate assessment of the coin's condition and help you determine its market value. In conclusion, the 1949 Lincoln 1-cent coin is a great example of how a seemingly ordinary penny can turn into an extraordinary treasure. Whether it's a coin in mint condition, a rare variety with a San Francisco mint mark, or a valuable minting error, the 1949 penny is a piece of American history that could make you a fortune. Today, we're going to dive into one of the most interesting finds that may be sitting in your pocket: change, the 1966 Lincoln 1-cent coin. Yes, this simple penny, which many of us probably overlook, could be worth far more than you might imagine. If you're lucky enough to own one in exceptional condition, or with rare features, it could actually be worth thousands of dollars. Stick with us because by the end of this video, you'll understand just how valuable your 1966 Lincoln penny could be. Let's take a quick step back and talk about the significance of the Lincoln 1-cent coin. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, this coin quickly became one of the most iconic pieces of American currency. Lincoln's image has been featured on the obverse of the coin ever since, symbolizing the strength and perseverance of the United States. On the reverse side, the iconic wheat ears design was used until 1958, when the memorial design was introduced, marking a new era for the coin. The 1966 Lincoln penny belongs to the Memorial Cent series. In 1959, the reverse design was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, an important landmark that symbolizes the country's heritage. This design stayed in place for decades and remains one of the most recognizable symbols of American coinage. Now, you might be thinking, how can a coin from 1966 be worth anything special? After all, that's over 50 years ago, and the penny was minted in large quantities. While it's true that most 1966 pennies are fairly common, what makes some of them valuable lies in the details. The condition of the coin and the presence of any errors or unique features are what make all the difference. One of the key factors in determining the value of a coin is its condition. When it comes to coins, the grading scale is incredibly important. Coins that have been heavily circulated, scratched, or damaged over time don't carry much value. But a coin in pristine, uncirculated condition? That's a different story. If you've got a 1966 Lincoln penny that looks as though it's fresh from the mint, without any wear, discoloration, or damage, you could have something truly valuable in your hands. Another crucial aspect of the 1966 penny's value is its mint mark. The mint mark tells us where the coin was produced. Coins from Philadelphia don't have a mint mark, while coins from Denver bear a D, and those from San Francisco have an S mint mark. Most 1966 pennies were minted in Philadelphia, so if you happen to have a 1966 D or 1966 S penny, these might be of greater interest to collectors, especially if they're in exceptional condition. But here's the kicker: the 1966 Lincoln penny is actually famous for one particular thing, a small but significant error that can dramatically increase its value. What am I talking about? The famous 1966 double die error. This occurs when the coin is struck twice, causing the design to appear doubled, particularly in the lettering and the date. When this error happens, it makes the coin stand out from others and makes it incredibly desirable to collectors. If you've ever heard of double die coins, you know that these pieces are worth a lot more than regular coins. This is because they're rare, and only a few were ever produced with such a noticeable error. So, if you happen to find a 1966 Lincoln penny with a double die error, congratulations. You've just discovered a rare piece of American numismatic history that could bring in a substantial amount of money. Now, you're probably wondering, how much could a 1966 Lincoln penny really be worth? Well, the answer depends on a variety of factors. Most 1966 pennies, in average circulated condition, are worth just their face value, or maybe a little bit more to a collector who's looking for them. However, if your coin is in near mint or mint condition, its value could go up significantly. And if you've got a 1966 penny with a double die error? That's where things get exciting. A 1966 Lincoln penny with the double die error, especially one that's in excellent condition, could fetch an impressive sum. And I'm talking about a value of $48,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $48,000. A single penny, which was once only worth 1 cent, could now be worth a small fortune, thanks to its rarity and unique features. It's hard to believe that such a simple coin, which you might have picked up in your change, could be worth so much. But that's the magic of coin collecting. A coin that's been well preserved, with the right mint mark or an error, can become a rare and valuable piece of history. So, what should you do if you think you might have a 1966 Lincoln penny with some special features? The first thing is to carefully examine the coin for any signs of a double die error. Check the date and lettering for any signs of doubling. Next, look at the overall condition of the coin. If it's in great shape and shows no wear, you've got something worth looking into. If you suspect your coin might have a double die error, or if you're unsure about its condition or mint mark, it's a good idea to get it professionally graded by a reputable numismatic service. They can give you an accurate assessment of the coin's value and help you understand its true worth. In conclusion, the 1966 Lincoln 1-cent coin might look like an ordinary penny, but if you've got a well-preserved coin with a rare double die error or a special mint mark, it could be worth a staggering amount of money. So, before you throw that old penny away or dismiss it as just another piece of change, take a closer look. It might just be the key to a small fortune. Thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed learning about the 1966 Lincoln penny and its surprising value, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future coin discoveries. Who knows, the next treasure could be hiding in your collection. Happy hunting, and good luck with your coin collecting.